Hello and welcome to English with Teacher Mark. In this lesson we're going to be looking at some comedy clips. After each clip I'm going to stop and I'll discuss some of the grammar points and ask you some comprehension questions. So hang on, it can be very fun to learn English while having a few laughs. So let's see what happens.
I was at the Field Museum, and that was the last time I was there.
Right.
Marie, this is Ms. Novak. She's from Chicago. Marie is our receptionist.
It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you, too.
I'll get your tickets.
Thank you. You look very familiar to me, Marie. Have we met before?
I don't think so, no.
Well, I never forget a face. I'm sure I know you from somewhere. I don't look familiar to you.
I'm sorry, no.
I know. We met in Chicago. You were a waitress in a restaurant near the Art Institute.
I've never been to Chicago.
Oh. Have you ever driven a taxi in Egypt?
No.
Oh, you were the pilot on a small airplane in China. You flew me over the Great Wall.
No.
Have you ever gone snorkeling in Australia?
No.
Driven a bus in Peru?
Ms. Novak, I'm quite sure we've never met before. I came here only a year ago from Paris.
Paris? Well, my sister Katerina lived there for a year.
Katerina? Katerina Novak?
Yes.
She lived with me.
Of course, you were in all the pictures she sent home.
What a coincidence.
You see, I never forget a face.
Well, I don't know about you, but I thought that was pretty funny. So, do you remember the names of the two ladies? What was Marie's job? Do you remember? Did we ever find out just what Ms. Novak did? What made this funny? What was the humor involved here? As far as grammar is concerned, I think the most important thing that you could learn from this was the use of present perfect. Several of the questions and answers were in present perfect. The following are examples.
Have we met before?
I've never been to Chicago.
Oh. Have you ever gone snorkeling in Australia?
So just what is the purpose of present perfect anyway, and how do we form present perfect? Present perfect always begins with either have or has, and then uses the past participle form of the verb, like have you ever seen, have you ever gone, have you ever eaten, that type of thing. And the time frame about which we are speaking cannot be finished. In present perfect, we're only worried about if the event ever happened. We don't care about when it happened. We just want to know if you've ever been to China, have you ever gone to Europe in your entire life. So we don't care about when it happened. Well, if you really want to get something out of doing this, you should study that conversation and practice it. Find a partner and literally memorize the conversation and go back and forth and say the exact same lines. Let's move on to the next clip now.
I have your tickets.
Oh, thank you. Did you know that Marie knows my sister Katerina?
Really? It's a small world, isn't it? So, are you going sightseeing before you leave?
No, I'm going back to the hotel to read.
What? You're visiting our great city and you're not even going to see it?
I've come here once a month for 8 years. I've seen it all before.
I'm sure I can think of something you haven't seen.
I think you're wrong.
Have you visited the Riley Museum of Art?
20 times.
Have you ever been to the top of the Olson building?
Just last month.
Have you eaten at Andre's Cafe?
Twice.
Ever been to Cold Beach?
Yes.
Seen the city opera?
Yes.
Toured the Japanese gardens?
Yes.
You can't have done everything in this city.
I'm afraid it's true.
Have you ever visited the Museum of Cheese?
There's no museum of cheese.
Aha. It is really amazing. Everyone goes there. I can't believe you haven't been there yet. Marie, could you call the Museum of Cheese and reserve tickets for Ms. Novak and me?
You're not serious.
I am. It's at the corner of 7th and Oak. I'll see you there at 4.
Okay. I'll see you there. Thank you. Goodbye, Marie.
Say hello to Katerina for me.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Mr. Evans, is there really a museum of cheese at 7th and Oak?
It's a wonderful little cheese shop. They have every kind of cheese. Some of it's very old. So yes, I'd say it's a museum of cheese. Ms. Novak will love it.
Near the beginning of this conversation, we heard Mr. Evans say, "It's a small world, isn't it?" What does that mean? This is a good expression that you can learn. You can use this expression. So it's a small world, isn't it? Means that it's was kind of a surprise that two people had met each other. In this case, it was because Maria had actually lived with Ms. Novak's sister, Katrina. So it's a small world, isn't it? So you might want to say that sometimes. So why did he want Ms. Novak to believe there was a museum of cheese? Was there really a museum of cheese? No, not really. What he called a museum of cheese was really just a cheese shop. And he said, well, it has some old cheese, so I guess I can call it a museum of cheese. But why is he doing that? Why did he tell her that? Well, maybe you got it. Hopefully you understood that Miss Novak had already seen all of the big sights in the city. She's been there so many times. So he wanted to invite her out and show her the city, but there was nothing very special left. So he just invented this place, a museum of cheese. And she agreed to go. So I guess it worked. Well, anyway, I think I'll stop this lesson now. There are more parts to this video which I might play later, but I think that's enough for now.